What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, I want to talk about XRP, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I also want to discuss with you guys a very interesting article and topic that I said I would discuss more on the channel. And this is basically an article that was posted, I believe, only a couple of days ago in regards to Fed's Powell brushes aside Trump's call for negative interest rates. And I wanted to go into discussion more on this topic and exactly how Bitcoin cryptocurrency could be affected and in regards to the economy and money in general. Also, we've left off with yesterday's video in regards to a target price that we must hit within XRP in regards to seeing a potential breakout within Bitcoin and XRP. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Remember, we're doing a giveaway every Friday on the channel for a free $25 of Bitcoin. All you have to do to enter is comment hashtag CryptoTV down below and make sure you're subscribed. If you're not already, definitely make sure to subscribe. This way I know you want to participate in the giveaway. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So a couple of days ago, I made a video here on the channel in regards to Trump warning about potential negative interest rates. And I wanted to continue off that basis, dive in a little bit deeper, maybe even ask some of my professors within business whether or not they agree with potential negative interest rates. If that's something that interests you, definitely make sure to comment down below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Now, I wanted to go into discussing, obviously, XRP in regards to where we left off yesterday. We did see some very interesting volume move into the market. Besides us hitting a resistance right here, we actually managed to gain some volume and push us outside of the downtrend, which is something surprising, and I would like to go into specifics with you guys. Now, we do know that we did hit bottom on the 4-hour, which is a main culprit to the reason for the upswing. And we also saw that within Bitcoin as well, more so that Bitcoin is following within a descending fractal that has been proven to hold quite well in its value. Now, we do have to look at Ethereum as well, which is hitting a support and resistance right there, as well as Litecoin hitting a resistance. So there's a ton of stuff to discuss with you guys. But before I go into specifics on that, I wanted to discuss with you guys this article posted by the Washington Post. Basically, it's talking about, where is it? Powell's comments came 24 after Trump bashed the Feds for not slashing interest rates more. Trump suggested the Fed lower interest rates so much that they would effectively be negative. Now, at the time, I did not know more about what exactly negative interest rates were. I did do some research after the video was made in regards to what this could potentially hold, and I feel like you guys of the age that you are should be paying a lot of attention to something as big as this in regards to mortgages and big banking loans and things like that, something that I'm not already at yet, but something you guys have a little more experience in. So basically, a rare phenomenon that could lead to banks paying people for taking out loans. Asked about this, Powell largely dismissed the idea and said it would certainly not be appropriate in the current economic environment. Now, obviously, their idea is the Feds are not to give people money. That doesn't make sense, but that does stimulate growth in the fact that people will probably be more interested in taking out loans and mortgages. Now, the last time the Fed cut rates to zero was during the Great Recession, and it has never adopted negative rates. Even during the 1930s, when 1/4 of the labor force was idle, you tend to see negative rates in larger economies at the time when growth is quite low and inflation is quite low. So it's pretty much trying to stimulate growth within the economy and set us back from the $23 billion or trillion dollars we owe in terms of United States debt. Now, the contrast between the approaches of Powell and Trump have, with the Fed, been a vivid display. Fed officials have lowered interest rates 3 times this year in what they hope will encourage the economic activity, like I just said, but they are now pausing in part because they believe the economy has stabilized. So this is interesting. Trump wants interest rates to be lower because he thinks it will make the economy even stronger. And he said there is no sign that the economy is facing the prospect of inflation from low interest rates. So there is some concern, obviously, that by lowering interest rates, you can see inflation within the prices. You know, this is quite a long article, but, you know, to wrap it up, it says Trump selected Powell to run the Fed, but has expressed regret for much of the past year. The president has frequently blamed any problems in the economy on the central bank or its leader. So basically, we're human, we make mistakes, but we won't make mistakes of character and integrity. So this is still huge, and I do think I want to start more segments in regards to, and more videos in regards to bigger things happening right now in regards to mortgages, other ways to make money. The fact that a negative interest rate or zero interest rate would be open for bigger purchases is something to consider, especially being only 21 as I am right now. So that does give me some room. You know, this is definitely a changing economy. And I don't think my parents really had that opportunity to get potentially zero or negative interest rates. Usually have fixed or changing interest rates based on the GDP in the year. So the fact that we're going to potentially offer negative interest rates and the government would pay you a subsidy on the loan and mortgage that you hold does offer some more digging that I would like to go into, because obviously there are loopholes and there are ways to make money off of certain plays like that. So if you guys know anything about this, please do feel free to share comments down below and what you think. You know, did you ever have the opportunity to take a negative or zero interest rate? It's something in regards to, can you take this on a big car loan, or I definitely know mortgages and houses. So let me know down in the comments below what you think about Trump doing something as big as this. Now, I do want to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, BitMint. As you guys know, BitMint is an awesome platform, and it allows you guys to not only make purchases on digital diamonds, which is an interesting collectible. I'm bringing up my BitMint's page right now, and as that loads, I want to discuss what exactly this is. So what's cool about digital diamonds is the fact that it's a one-of-one unique collective item, and I actually do have a couple subscribers with me right now that have actually purchased BitMints and make quite a bit of profit in the time being. Now, this does show huge potential. They've been growing substantially as a company as a whole. I believe they're based in France or Italy, but I believe they are doing quite well. And I know they are doing quite well due to the fact that my BitMints have grown quite a bit since February when I first purchased them at $10 a piece. And yes, you can literally get access to this for $10 a piece. If you don't believe me, check the first link in the description. It will bring you over to their page. Basically, you can see the massive growth, 1,400, 1,100, 900, 1,500% on this. And I wanted to show you can actually refer people to getting digital diamonds. You can actually click share, and you're able to share the unique diamond as well as refer friends, and you actually get commissions based on certain people you register. I believe 5 people you register, it will pay you 1 BitMint, and as you guys know, these are $124, $170. You can see this is $154 per BitMint since the growth of $10. So it's a awesome website. I highly recommend you check them out. I am going to be working on a video to show you how you can actually display it on your Apple Watch, but until then, I do highly recommend you check it out because it is another source of income that does intertwine within cryptocurrency. So now to focus more so on what exactly we're looking at in regards to XRP and Bitcoin, you'll notice some interesting movements are happening. So we're seeing XRP kind of blast upwards. We're seeing a very small amount of volume. I'd say this is about minimal 4 to 5% gains, but you'll notice the reason we did break bullish is because of the fact that we bottomed off on the on the RSI. We're still below the high-low MMA. We're kind of reaching for that right now. So in regards to people saying that, oh, I missed the shot and we're starting to head up, there is some things to consider. Now notice when you compare this to Bitcoin, because as you can see on the current coin market cap, XRP as well as Bitcoin's chart look practically identical. Bitcoin right here, XRP right here, they are in sync and in line with the fact that they're trading exactly the same practically. So why did we actually bounce off? Well, when we use Bitcoin's chart to pretty much confer and infer where we're going to go, you'll notice we did bottom off on the 4-hour, and we're getting very close and intertwined on this the bullish MACD right here, that blue cross right there. You'll notice once again we're very, very, very inclined with the descending fractal that's forming on Bitcoin. And this does continue my basis and analysis that we will be seeing a breakout in the next week or so. Notice we're getting lower and lower on the on the RSI on the daily as well. You can see us trading at 43. We're looking for us to hit rock bottom. We're looking for us to hit oversold. The MACD is ready on the daily to swing back upwards, but this will only happen once we see any sort of complement and retest of that oversold line. Based off previous fractal formations, once we hit bottom, that's when we'll swing up. So it's merely a waiting game right now for you guys. We have to be very patient. Now, this does offer other opportunities. We can short cryptocurrency, which we've been doing on DueDEX, which is also linked in the description. This allows you guys to make quite a bit of profit off of shorting a coin when it does decide to fall, or making money buying long and leveraging that to bigger positions. Now, there is a chance that we will see another retest, and I'm honestly anticipating some sort of consolidation upwards, hitting around $8,700 nearing that high-low MMA. Once we do hit that, I'm expecting to see a big dip and a big fall. Obviously, we couldn't go any lower due to the fact not only are we hitting a support, we are nearing oversold on the 4 hour, so we needed some sort of consolidation to raise the price up ever so slightly to allow us to move lower on the daily. So this is all going right according to plan within the major fractal right here. All we're waiting for right now is to see any sort of consolidation and then another big dip to head lower down. As you can see, we're hitting lower lows and higher lows, eventually hitting a bottom on the daily, and then expecting to see a major break like we've seen in the past on Bitcoin. You can see we've seen this. We're expecting to see that, if not double the size, in the next couple of days, if not maybe 2 weeks maximum. Now, to wrap up today's video on Litecoin, you can see Litecoin did hit a double top, or you can see it's also setting lower lows and higher lows. We're in a bearish fractal similar to Bitcoin. We're hitting the high-low MMA resistance. We're once again retesting the top of this resistance right here. There's a very good chance we're going to retrace lower on the daily. It's almost guaranteed that we're going to fall. I could easily see a $50 retestment on Litecoin. So the markets are very interesting right now. Ethereum is swinging back up, also hitting oversold. It did, starting to head up a little bit higher, intertwined with its 4 hour high-low MMA. Guys, we're in a waiting game right now. This is a waiting, patient market. So you have to be very, very, very patient with these plays. Obviously, you can make high risk trades. I'm more of a conservative trader. So once the timing is right, that's the best time to be buying in. Then you can make the biggest guaranteed profit with the little and minimal risk involved and cash out as well. So we're going to be very patient right now. The second that I see any opportunity to invest into Bitcoin and XRP, you guys will be the first person to know. I will definitely be shorting the coin if we see Bitcoin drop, and leveraging this up if we do decide to break out bullish. Obviously, you can literally leverage up to 100 times, which obviously carries a lot of risk, but we can do 5-10 times the $1,000 or $500 we put into the account. And then we can obviously sell that the second we want to take out profits, and we can make quite a bit. Obviously, there is risk involved, so I really highly recommend you do your research before investing. And once you do, I highly recommend you signing up to DueDEX. Otherwise, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you want to partake in the giveaway, make sure to comment #CryptoTV down below and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.